Dr. Martin Seligman, in his famous book, Learned Optimism, discusses his PhD thesis on how he discovered this concept called learned helplessness and its antidote, learned optimism. He says that we learn through life that we can't make a difference in life. All people ask us is, what's your social security number? What's your NIH number? What's your ID number? What's your license number? All we are is a number. All we are is a small cog in a huge wheel, and nothing we do can make a difference. That's what we've learned over time. So when challenges come our way, our natural reaction is, I can't do this. I can't overcome this. This is too big for me. It's too much. The antidote to that is as follows. When we face adversity, we have to first breathe in, and know that our natural emotional reaction to the situation is going to be, I can't, because this is called the negativity bias. Since we were cavemen, we learned to protect ourselves. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the first need is physical safety, physiological safety, to survive. And we are primed, we are evolutionary prepared, wired to protect ourselves. We have an inborn negativity bias that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's the law of entropy. And therefore we are prepared for everything to go wrong, and therefore we are primed, we are wired to be negative. And so when we hear a sound outside, what was that? Oh, just thunder. What was that? That must be a gunshot. No, that was just a car backfiring. Our automatic response comes from when we were cavemen. When we heard a dinosaur outside, we'd already prepared a rock next to the mouth of the cave. We went to the mouth of the cave with our colleagues, pushed the boulder to the mouth of the cave to protect the cave and to protect our family, because we knew that the sound of dinosaur meant trouble and danger. We learned in an evolutionary way to protect ourselves from the automatic negativity bias of dangers outside. So we pushed the rock in front of the mouth of the cave to protect ourselves and our family. That's the negativity hardwired bias that we have to protect ourselves that things are going to go wrong. And therefore, when something happens in our life, we see it as a negative attack. And therefore, we have learned to protect ourselves and to become passive and defensive in our lives, whether it's physically or emotionally. And therefore, the first thing we need to do is to be aware that we have this automatic inborn negativity bias, and to ask ourselves, breathe in, is there a real threat out there? If there is a real threat or danger, then our brain will send a message to our adrenal glands to send out adrenaline and cortisol into our system, and then our heart rate will increase, our breathing will increase, our eyes will dilate, lactic acid will rush into our muscles, and we will be primed to either fight or flight, to fight the tiger or to run away from the tiger, to fight the danger or to escape from the danger. And we have a system built into our bodies, our hormonal system, whereby we are primed to be able to have extra energy for a short period of time, for 2 or 3 minutes, to be able to fight off the intruder with extra energy, extra dilation in our eyes, to see better. Our breathing capacity increases, so we hyperventilate and get ready to run fast. Lactic acid in the muscles to run away quickly. We have a super energy, a superhuman energy with adrenaline flowing through our veins to be able to protect ourselves because we are primed for the negativity bias, to run away, fight or flight. But if there is not a real threat, but a perceived threat, and then adrenaline comes out into our body, and we don't need the adrenaline, we get primed, we get anxious, we hyperventilate, and we think there's a threat when there really isn't. This is called false anxiety or anticipatory anxiety. And therefore, we're always on a constant state of alert where I'm feeling like I'm emotionally exhausted, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Ever have that happen? Well, that's a constant emotional exhaustion that causes us to be emotionally weary and overwhelmed that things are going to go bad, and I expect them to go bad. I'm emotionally and physically prepared for things to go wrong. This puts us on the defensive. This puts us in the negative, puts us to be in the passive state where we're not going to be primed to be the best we can be. So we have to understand this system, and we have to breathe in, slow down, and after the immediate whoosh of defensiveness or fear, ask ourselves 1 second. Once the emotional amygdala The amygdala is part of the brain which regulates emotion, calms down, and we ask it, just a second here, wait, let's evaluate. Is there a real threat here? No, it's a perceived threat. Am I in danger? No. 1 second, breathe. Tell the adrenaline, consciously tell your adrenaline, I don't need you, we're good, all good here, all clear, false alarm, and go back to your business. And then, to be able to handle the perceived threat, or whatever is going on in your life, the adversity, then we access our wheel of strengths. Our wheel of strengths is our circle, our abilities to be able to be aware that we have 6 parts of our personality which can deal with the problem. We have intellect, we have social skills, we have personality or character, we have spiritual strengths, we have family-based strengths, and we have personal growth strengths to be able to handle these challenges. And therefore, we access our inner mind, our inner soul, our inner abilities, and say, what can I use to handle this challenge? Every one of these challenges are there to bring out something good within ourselves, to bring out a transformation of character. Please contact me if you want to join me for a 30-minute free consultation with Wisdom Coaching at the link below.